Hello, thank you for being in a new video. In this case, we are going to give a first impressions tour of the Nubia Focus 2 5G. Let's get started. Note that in terms of design has had a radical change, especially in the area of the camera module that looks original. I do not know if you like it completely, but original looks because it has a kind of tab inside the same camera module, which by the way seems to have metal, but in reality it is perceived as plastic. Then it has an advanced and premium look. But the feel to the touch is simpler. However, remember that we are talking about a mid-range device that will not seek to compete in a segment too high, then we will not find metal on the sides either, although it is a very similar appearance to what Nubia has offered us in several of its generations. The remarkable thing here with respect to the last generation is that it has lost the button that was completely tactile. A kind of trigger, now it is not available. But since it is a device that seeks to focusing on photography, note that it comes with this 24mm main camera with a 108 megapixel sensor. So it's going to offer us the crop to 72mm. At least in theory. Let's see if it's effective. It seems that in this case I do see a good detail, so it will be a good device in terms of short range zoom. And something new also that brings this generation is this sport mode, which somehow could have a better capture speed in this kind of scenarios with a little more. I think it's a very good motion sensor, although in this case being in an indoor scene it's probably more complicated, but I think it did a good job. If you are outdoors, I think it will be even more attractive, but to see this behavior indoors, I think if it becomes outstanding. And well, it integrates two other cameras, but these are much simpler. Macro and depth, I call them marketing cameras. I would have liked to see an ultra-wide camera, but it is not available. We are going to find a screen with a diagonal of 6.7 inches. In this case, it will offer us a quality, let's say, basic in terms of image, since it does not have colors as intense or contrast as high as we would find in an AMOLED screen. But if it offers us a high refresh rate with 120 Hz, something that also wants to highlight the manufacturer is the thickness that reaches 7.95mm. I think it is very well achieved. In this case, it offers us 8GB of RAM with virtual RAM, which from my point of view does not serve much. But it has 256GB of storage that are definitely useful, and the processor is the Unisoc C3100. It's an octa-core processor to 2.2 GHz. The screen, by the way, is HD, so it doesn't help much in terms of detail, but it could help in terms of performance and battery consumption. At this time, we do not know in detail the battery capacity and charging power, but we estimate that it will be off. 5,000 mAh with a power maybe close to 33 watts, but I repeat, this is not official information. What we can know officially is that it will have a price around 200 euros, which is not bad, although we will have to wait for it to be adapted to other regions. But for the moment, this has been all regarding this first glimpse of the Nubia Focus 2. We hope to have it on the channel soon for a more complete and detailed review. For now, this has been all. I will scroll through to see if we come across any other devices and see you next time.